I like the idea of my art hanging on different walls at home from different people, and they look at my art every day, and my art is a part of their life. Hello, my name is Rachel Haase. I'm a Berlin-based and born artist. I live in Berlin for all my life. I think the longest time I was outside of Berlin was for 3 weeks. Probably that's the reason why my art is inspired of Berlin. Next to painting, I also like to cook, because healthy food is really important for me, because I want to stay healthy for a long time so I can make art for many, many years till I'm maybe 100. I think my first memory starts in the age of 4 years, and I think since I was 4 I started to draw and paint. Art is something that accompanied me for all the years. There was just a small period where I stopped drawing because I was partying more. When I was younger, my role model was Avril Lavigne. She's no painter, but her music inspired me when I was younger, and her style. And artists that inspired me are Salvador Dali when I was younger. Interesting in his paintings are his symbols and the mystical style. And I think that's something you can see in my old drawings, like these ones. They're not in the style of Salvador Dali, but especially this one with the stretched face. Now I'm more inspired of the impressionists like Vincent van Gogh or Edward Munch and Edouard Manet, Renoir. I like the movement that the paintings have because of this fluent style. I think my art style is changing all the time. When I was younger, I used fine liner and markers for my drawings. Then there was a time I loved to use watercolor and ink or just ink. And now I'm more into acrylic paintings. And since a few months, I love to use oil sticks because they have a really nice texture. Yeah, I also like to mix different materials, and every material makes an own style. So when I draw in watercolor, it looks different than when I paint in acrylic. The first thing that has come to my mind is that my paintings and drawings are really colorful, most of them, and that there are a lot of details you just find when you look at my paintings for a longer time. And sometimes you find details when you look at the painting for the second or the third time. For a long time I thought I don't have a recognizable style, but so many people told me that they recognize my style, so I think there is something that makes my style kind of unique. And I also think that style is something that is developing with experience. I like to hear what people think about my art when they tell me what they see and what they're thinking about what they are seeing or feeling. Everything could inspire me. For example, on Christmas, where I met my family, I drawed everything around me. I drawed the Christmas tree, the presents, also the bright bottle. For the bigger paintings, I'm more inspired of my experiences and what I see and what I feel. My Berlin paintings show experiences of myself, and when you look to the paintings, you can find on some of them girls with red hair and dark eyebrows, and then that's a sign that this is myself. Not everything is something I have seen or I have experienced by myself. Of course, I think my paintings would look different if I wouldn't live in Berlin. Yeah, most of the time I'm listening to something while I'm painting. I really like to listen to audiobooks because when I listen to audiobooks, I don't have to skip when there's a song I don't like. And when I listen to music on Spotify, there will be always one song I don't like, or I have a song on my mind that I need to hear in this moment, and sometimes I need to hear this song for 10 times on repeat. And this is something that stops me in my painting process, so I more like to listen to audiobooks, but not all the time. Sometimes I listen to nothing. I like the quietness in my head for painting. The thing I like the most on painting is that I never know how the painting will look like in the end. So I didn't even know which color it will have in the end. At the beginning, I just have a rough idea of how it will look like, how the composition will be. And at the end, it's always a surprise how it will look like. How I paint depends on what I want to paint. Sometimes I have a rough idea of the composition. For example, I want to draw a scene in the Berlin U-Bahn, and there have to be one person I want to put in the middle of the painting, but the rest of the painting is born in my imagination. When I do a painting for a customer, I always have a sketch or more than one sketch, and the customer could choose one of the sketches, and then I made the proper painting or drawing like the sketch the customer chooses. Yes, for some things in my paintings I need references because I want the things to be recognizable, like the Berlin U-Bahn. It should look like the Berlin U-Bahn. Some of my paintings have a meaning, but some of them don't. For example, Berlin night scenes show the ugliness, people using drugs, not just the ugliness, also the feeling of being free, because people in the night could be someone else. It's difficult to talk about my own art. When I paint, I just paint, and I don't always think about why I'm painting what I'm painting. Some of my paintings are finished really quick, in a few hours. That are the paintings that look a bit more sketchy. And then there are paintings that they don't have to be much bigger, but I want to work the details out, and then it could be some months till the painting is finished. I think my paintings have never the point where I could say they are completely finished, but I always try to find the point to say, okay, stop, I want to make a new painting and it's fine like it is. I wish I could paint one painting and finish it, and then paint another painting and finish it, but in reality I always paint on multiple paintings in one time, and sometimes one painting is standing in the studio for years and it's not finished. With my paintings I want to achieve that people look at them and remember them and feel something when they look at them. Maybe they laugh or they find memories of themselves. And what I want to achieve in the future is to exhibit in big museums, maybe MoMA one time. Many of my paintings you can find on Instagram, not all of them. At the moment I'm working on my website since a few months. Maybe one day it's finished and you can see my art there. My Instagram name is Rachel Haase.